Hello there, folks. In a stunning turn of events, I'm actually here today trying not to fall asleep. Because I am more tired than I'm supposed to be. I'm sort of trying to switch my sleep schedule some. But as a result, I've got like 2 hours where I really shouldn't sleep. And need to do this, need to do something to keep my mind on instead. So we're here with Ny'ardbert on to his next adventure. I misspoke in the last episode that we were halfway through ARR. That wasn't technically true. We're coming up on it now, though. I'll point it out when we get there. And Philly has another lead for you to pursue. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting Ny'ardbert's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instinct tells me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up Ny'ardbert's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Ny'ardbert. Bremen, you got still the same thing to say as before? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, everybody's where they were left before. Except for Neuraxia. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with the Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Medrod has an encounter with a scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrod. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in the North Shroud. Alright, off to the Shroud we go. Once we do one or two of these quests, we might end up doing a quick side step to do the Archer quests, because we're getting pretty close to 30, and that's at the point where it unlocks. And that's as far as we need to take Archer, so it'll be a pretty nice little benchmark. Okay, Fallgourd Float. Not been there yet. Alright. It's Kurthus. Old Gridania. The Yellow Serpent Gate. I really never left that zone? Hilarious. I guess there's no real reason to be in there previously. Out the gate we go. It's easy to forget how grim some of the stuff that happens in this is. Man, didn't Squirrel do anything to you? It was level 2. Oh, he did piss off that ladybug, though. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna summon Kaiba. switch to Punchman, and then sync, and let's see if we can get this thing done in a minute. That's gonna be real close. Now you'll notice that, unlike with my other classes, I move a lot more when I'm playing a Punchman. That's because the abilities I have, even at this level, like, care about where on the enemy I am. And while I can't really do it effectively without a tank to pull aggro, if I at least try to get, like, not directly in front of it, then there's a chance that I get the secondary effects on it. Got there. I do like how in this area we've got like, oh yeah, level 4 ladybugs and nightlings. Then we cross this bridge. And everything's level 25. One, or do I need another? I guess I need another. Huh. Stop spawning in? Ah, there's one. Oh, there's another one down there, too. Success? Success. Alright, cool. I don't know if this is the Grand Company log or the class log, but in either case, worth doing. There we go. Ah, it was the Grand Company. Alright. You know, if we're worried about our relations with the beast tribes, we probably shouldn't be hunting them for sport, but, you know, I'm not a expert in foreign policy. Unlock triple porter, tune the etherite. That is a cool mount. man's name. So, just a moment. Okay. Problem fixed. Hey, Ny'ardbert, I've been sent by a cabbage. Please, leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I looked death in the face. It's only a matter of time before he comes for me. Just like he came for that poor woman. Ny'ardbert is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Alright, let's open up that emote menu. Go ahead and find Soothe. There, Ny'ardbert. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. That hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I could even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow. A winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. I mean, close. I think he's an Ascian, but... What? You're investigating this same masked man? I am. If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye. Anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork! That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least adventurer. It's the least I can do to help repay him for comforting me. Alright, which of you has the quest? You do. Hi, Ideen. So, here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Alright. Hear that, Kaiba? It's time for the thing that we did to train before. Let's go fight some Ziz. Ziz. Alright, up we go. Oh, I think I know where we are. Oh, maybe not. Alright, well. It's Ziz time. Bam! all the way down there, are ya? Can I stand up here? I can. Alright, can I shoot you from here? No! Alright, we're gonna sit here quietly. Oh shit. Oh, is it also a hunting log item? Nice. Two Ziz with one stone there. We're making progress on both the It's Ziz what it Ziz fate and Ziz is so ridiculous the quest. Alright, Ideen, we've got a bunch more dead Zizzes, but I don't think they're related. You've already seen to the Ziz. Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nah. Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we could safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Why are there two of these? Yeah, you do both have quests. Rock of Rancor, Seeing Eye to Winged Eye. Interesting. Alright, well, the MSQ chart lists Rock of Rancor as being first, so I guess let's do that one. Weird. Usually when they split up like that, they, like, make some reference to it in the text. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm gonna give you a fire sound stick to blow a piece off that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments, and I'll give them a gander. Say how to use key items. It's kind of funny, we got nearly halfway through the MSQ before being introduced to a key item that has to be used. Excuse me, pardon me. Don't worry about me, Claysers. Or Clay Madams, I guess, I don't know. Alright. Yeet! Did it work? Oh wow, they went flying. Okay. I'm finding some crystals, but not any rancor just yet. Any of you rocks full of ghosts? Seems Looks like that's a no on Rancor. Unless being rancorous is where lightning aspected ether comes from, in which case... that sounds like it'd be useful. Alright, Ideen? Ideen? I don't know. Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you? I've had rocks. Bigger than a shard, but not quite large enough to be a cluster, the energies emitted by this crystal lightly tingle the hands of any who touch it. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and the grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the Master Ranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. That put me within range that when I actually go and do the Archer quest, that'll probably knock me into the next level. Kaiba, you're being very rude. You're not supposed to stand on tables. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs, and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. I hardly have a mind at all, but investigate I will do. I perhaps should have taken both these quests and done them concurrently. But hey, look where we are. This is quest 80 of 160. I'm like 90% sure. So this is the halfway mark. There's now as much ARR behind us as there is ahead of us. More or less. And not counting the patches. What you got for me, destination? Are there eyes here? Oh, big bug though. Yeah, I guess. Okay, overall, so no big eye, but there was a big bug. Does that mean anything to you? Sometimes I wonder which is harder to find, a vein of gold or a good man. But I swear, one day I will find the mother lode. Of which one? Probably gold, I guess. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. This does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? I momentarily misread that as combined with bi panic, and I love the idea that this man was like, oh no, this man is too hot, I'm going to hallucinate him into being a flying eyeball. Oh, that's a great picture. I think you might have been onto something there, if we're all. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I could scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I'd been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I had witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball, isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, be serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Gods, of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious, but then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yeah, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you've forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you'll want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Something tells me that if I'm like, yo, guards, there's eyeballs about, they might have a little bit of trouble believing that. Unless they've encountered them previously. Just noticed the quest text. Search for a maiden's corpse west of Falgord. Is the thought there that I would just like murdered somebody and then just left them there? Because they saw them carrying one before, right? Oh, found one. Cool, cool. Well, good job, Ny'ardbert. Your intuition was on point, I guess. Oh! And that is certainly an eye. Am I just gonna, like, carry this body back to one of the serpents? So I feel like walking into town holding a corpse is not a great look, even for one who's like relatively well known at this point as an adventurer. Hey guys, I swear I didn't kill this lady, but here you go. Don't worry about the crime scene. Yeah, don't worry about the crime scene. She was killed by an eyeball. Source? Sources trust me, bro. Alright, FMR. Over there. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Hi. I found this, corpse. Just drop it down on the table. Oh, no, just the floor. Okay. Oh, gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil a family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You'll need it to continue your investigation. Why is this my investigation and not yours? Like, I'm happy to search it all, but, like, wouldn't the person to follow up on a presumed serial killer be, like, the police force? Which is more or less what you are, but whatevs. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you've proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. Now, I might make a suggestion. You may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Miyun. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Back to Gridania. And while we're there, we will finish the Archer quests. Alright guys, I've trained a whole bunch. Let's go get that Pawa Mujuk lady. Guildmaster Lucian wants you to attend to your fellow archers. Ah, Ny'ardbert, I'd hoped you would come. You may be able to help. I'm concerned about Lee and Silver. They show signs of losing perspective and, well, mayhap it is best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request, Ny'ardbert. Alright, Lee. Oh, nope, you just have your default text. Silver, what's your deal? Oh, gods, did Lucian send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern, and is most definitely not yours. If you must know, I've decided to leave the guild. I mean to track down Pawa Mujuk and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Whalers seem content to ignore our warnings, but I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once, and it cost me my place in the god's quiver. I, the foolish young sentry of whom I spoke, he was me. We had her, Ny'ardbert. There was no escape. Then she began to wail about a wounded comrade, one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eye and begged. Me. Oh, you care. Under that tough skin and awful racist veneer, you have something approaching the description of a heart. Oh, it's you. Tell me, Ny'ardbert, do you ever think about home? Do you ever wish you could go back? I don't know where I'm from. Mine was just another poor village in the Twelveswood. The fields were more stone than soil, and merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember running, and the screams. It was so loud, Ny'ardbert. So unbearably loud. And then I was here. A strange city surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen. I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt. I was always good at hunting, Ny'ardbert, and the guild gave me a place to get better. At least, I thought I had gotten better. She, Pawamujik, she was so much more. I've been thinking, Ny'ardbert, that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Silver is right, and this guild, this city, is no place for an outsider like me. And so, I've decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you, Ny'ardbert, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me if this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I would like to meet with you one last time. Alone? In the South Shroud? These Gridanians would not understand. Okay. Nope, same line. Okay. So, Silver's leaving. You know what's up with that? Oh, okay. I guess you're just talking to me generically. Alright, well. I'm not gonna rat out Lee either way, but. Lay? How did I decide I wanted to pronounce her name? Probably Lay. Lay Aliapo. South Shroud. South Shroud. Okay. That's Cornell. Alright, fellow cat. What's on your mind? I know that everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat that knows where it's at. At least I think that's the line. It's been a very long time since I've seen the Aristocats. Oh! Hi! No! Don't hurt him! And there I was thinking he mightn't accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting him, though. 'Tis rude to presume, sonny, and I do so hate rudeness. I was invited by her to say, like, hang out? I didn't know I was being inducted into a cat girl raiding party. Is that what's happening here? Wait, it's not his fault. It's mine. I invited him. He's a member of the Archers Guild, like me, and he's not Gridanian. Ah, I do begin to recall his face. Aye, knows how to hold a bow, that one. Well, he ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I wanted to say goodbye. Ny'ardbert, ever since I met Paula, I've been at a loss. But I realize now that my place isn't at the Guild with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying on our traditions. Our archery, not Gridania's. It's all I have left, Ny'ardbert. So I'm going with Paula. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Lucien? Or Silver? I also won't. I mean, we're gonna have to hunt this lady down. But I'm not gonna say that in front of her, so, yeah, sure, I guess, as you wish. Yeah, Bert. Make your peace with your little friend, have you? Right then, let's get on with it. Shoot the bastard! Oh! No! Ain't no love lost twixt you and the guild, is there? Then what's the problem with feathering a bloody venturer? No bugger'll miss him. I'll miss him, alright? So just stop! Dear me. I had such high hopes for you, Miss Aleppo. Waste of bloody time. I keep her what's lost her nerves about as much as used to me as a glass bow. But there's no sport in killing captured prey. Ugh, I'd better not see neither of you again. Because if I do, I'll show you what happened to prey what's daft enough to get caught twice. Away, sisters, away. How do you do it, Ny'ardbert? How do you live in this place with these people? And why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them, Ny'ardbert? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far, so quickly. Maybe you've even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is that I'm doing wrong. And there's only one way I could think of to find out. Meet me at the Bannock. Are you going to jump me? Are we... Where's the Bannock from here? Jaded Thick. Pembridge Meadows. Okay, so I could run it, but that's a bit of a hike. Alright, Lee, let's... Why are you in... Do we need to fight? I don't want to fight you. Alright. Shall we begin, Ny'ardbert? Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you. I mean, archery is not a particularly defensive art. I said, fight me, damn it! Why are you holding back? Okay, I'm not really... Wait, no, I am. I didn't put my buff on. Okay, fine. Is that all you got? I know you could do better. Is the hunting falcon yours? Is this part of our thing? I don't want to kill your bird. Okay, your bird's dead now. Not bad, but I'm not finished yet. you using your AoE combo on one enemy? That's not useful, really. Whatcha? My people, for my family, for me! I see now. Sorry. I don't feel good about that. Oh, I didn't notice there were people cheering on the fight. It's so simple. You've opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Silver, for all his bigotry, which is only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles, became obsessed with mine own. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonor their memory. But I have a family here too. A family that sees the wider world and is willing to show me how blinkered I've become. Hell yeah. As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempted concealment and discern the naked truth. It is little wonder that I have neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I have found the experience rather excruciating. I mean, that's probably the arrows. Sorry about that. You didn't warn me, so I don't have, like, blunt tip stuff. Thank you, Ny'ardbert. I know now that I belong at the guild, together with you and Lucien. And yes, even that bloody Wildwood. God help me, I think I'm gonna actually miss him. Well, I think he misses you too. Hopefully you two can shake things out. Maybe just, like, punch him a couple times and see if he gets the message. Right, back to Gridania. Sorry, it's not in the stream right now because it's like covered by the little thing, but in the chat there's just like a bunch of people emoting at one another. And they're all clapping at someone named Faux King. It's like, ah yes, hooray for fucking. Hello, Lucien. Welcome home, Ny'ardbert. You need not say a word. One look at Lee's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervor, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. With your skill and vision, Ny'ardbert, you could help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. I hope I can count on your support in the future. Windbite, there it is. Alright. Guildmaster Lucien is having a heated discussion with Silver. Perhaps you should intervene. Hey, you two alright? Thank the gods you came, Ny'ardbert. Perhaps you could talk some sense into this stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Silver. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder for... There's no time, Lucien. Power would be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone, I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise, and force them to divulge their location as they shoot me. We understand how you feel, Silver, but this is too reckless. At least permit Ny'ardbert and me to accompany you. You? The adventurer and the savage? You cannot understand. Silver! But I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home, to want more than anything to protect it, to be consumed by guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, Silver, and I understand. This guild taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Silver, open yours. You have friends here, ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagined. You need a bigger imagination, Lee. Come, Ny'ardbert, to the South Shroud. Back to Quarry Mill. So I recently saw a video of someone talking about their process doing a speed run for A Realm Reborn. A Realm Reborn and all of the patches before Heavensward. So it's like from opening title to the credits of the last thing. The speed run took them approximately 14 hours, I want to say. Alright. Hey, Silver. We leave you alone for a second. You got shot, right? Well, this is unfortunate. Silver! Lee, Ny'ardbert, I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want. Don't take me for a fool. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. Ny'ardbert, the others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Silver. Oh, the Falcon's part of this. Okay. There it is. As you feel. I told you. I do not need or want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourselves into thinking... You're the one who's deluded! Thinking you could deceive us when a blind man can see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail. Discern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Lucian. And from you. I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and Wildwood archery. So much that I need you to teach me. I suppose fixing your form is the least I could do. Why you... Paula's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the 12s would use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe we can lure Paula out of hiding, assuming she has not moved on. So that's why you came to the Taker's Rot? For this gang's whistle? Ny'ardbert, if you are determined to help me, I have a task for you. Paula was last seen near Isamhar, to the east of the camp through a hollow tree trunk. It is a clearing where two streams meet, and efts are wont to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Do not fear, Ny'ardbert. I swear on my honor as a Gridanian archer that no harm will come to you. Bullshit, but alright. I don't think you're going to let me get killed. Well, I picked the worst possible way to navigate this area. This is, in fact, where efts tend to congregate. Hi. My name's Ny'ardbert. Bollocks, I knew I should have trusted my gut. Cool poses. Some blokes just can't take a hint. I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madam. No, no, sir, 'tis most flattering. Wouldn't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant Wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attentions? Hope you like it rough, darling. I mean, I'm not against it, but I would generally leave arrows out of it. I'm not reading this aloud because this is a very cluttered fight, but some of the dialogue that Paula's throwing out here is just downright horny. still has so much more health than any of her goons. Getting a bit chilly out. What does that mean? Wild arrows. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yep, that's a good reason to move. Thanks for the heads up. That being said, with the size of this arena and the rate that she's shooting them at, not particularly threatening. I should have been careful there. Alright, didn't catch Silvera in it, but that was closer than it needed to be. And I thought she only had eyes for me. Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, she lived. Okay. Surprise. I can't. I won't. She okay? Alright, she's alive. Did you learn nothing from my lesson? Your style is far removed from proper Wildwood technique. Still, you acquitted yourself well enough, I suppose. I will see to Pawa. Should she try to escape, she will find me far less sympathetic than the last time. This is a big salamander. Like, look how big that salamander is. I would fit in its mouth. Like, I'd have to curl up a bit, but I would fit. Big salamander. Alright, right? Did you see it, Ny'ardbert? A perfect shot! Lucien must hear of this. Let's hurry back to Gridania at once. Okay. Homeward bound we go. I'm relieved to see you again, Ny'ardbert. Had the three of you not been united in your purpose, Pawa Mushuk would still be free. and one or more of you would surely be dead. I'm so proud of you, Ny'ardbert. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you have also helped your guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Wind Bite. With Wind Bite, you could bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponent. They will suffer on long after you've knocked your next arrow. Will serve you well in battle, I am certain. All archers walk the same path, Ny'ardbert, towards improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet we all grow weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, Ny'ardbert. It will never lead you astray. I got an archery badge. Alright, so that is the end of the archer quests. I know you probably saw one just pop up there. That is because if I did take the next one, it would unlock the Bard quests, which are like the evolved version of Archer. But we are not planning on doing that because Archer isn't really a class later on. It's just sort of something that was in the 1.0 trailer. And so we have finished our journey down that path. Maybe at some point we'll come back for it, but we have enough other things going on. In the meantime, I need to ask Mother Mune about what that white lily means. Mother? Are you home, Mother? Where is she? Oh, there you are. You were hiding, Mother. Good day to you, Ny'ardbert. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. I found this button on a corpse. There were a whole bunch of other corpses. Do you know what it means? Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you had found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do... What is happening? You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She's a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Wonder if that'll get the VOD muted. Wow, they crushed it. So that's the reason a lot of people unlock Bard. Because you get the ability to do that. That was a fun little interlude. Hey, Bernadette. I need help finding this button. It has a white lily on it. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? Well, that's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old. Though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sengild over the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all citizens on a forename basis. What are you playing? Guess it's just that time of night. Is Gridania the musical city? I know, like, Limsa tends to be the place where people go if they're to AFK dance or solicit ERPers. I guess this is where you go if you're just gonna put on impromptu concerts. It's the Greenwich Village of FF14. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist, never you fear. But whether aught comes of it or not is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? I found this button. Do you know whose symbol this might be? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there's been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Can you tell me anything else about this Ursendel? No. Okay. Because I feel like it would be good to know who the person who wears the mark of the, you know, like, button we found on the corpse might be, like, associated with a killer. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Hello, Ursendel. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. Excuse me, sir. Do you recognize this symbol? Huh. The sigil of the Dartoncourt family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I'll put an end to it. Might be at the end of a spear, but we can talk. Skeletons in her closet. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartoncourt. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Almondine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed, and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. But when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hockey Manor, my home, for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hockey Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Hi. Okay, that's the Fancy Pants District, which will not let me in. It's lucky that he decides to hang out on the bench out here. Okay, so how do I get into this manor? Is it near the White Wolf Gate, maybe? Kind of. I hadn't put the stuff on this yet. Go ahead and throw that on the hotbar. And that on the hotbar. Making sure to like go by these creatures to make sure that none of them are hunt marks. Oh, hello. You know, I feel like if anyone had been in line of sight of this place and saw all the floating eyes, that probably should have raised an eyebrow. Well, guess no one did. What about you, Mr. Smith? Why aren't you telling anybody that something's wrong? Or are you just a meta participant? Yeah, alright, you're just here to tell me to try that Hall the Novice. Okay. Hockey Manor. You know what? I do want to do this one as a Lancer. Why not? Let's go on. Scion Marauder, Scion Conjurer, and Scion Thaumaturge. Okay, so that is sealed. Managed to open it, or does it need something? Impenetrable barrier prevents further progress. Alright. Dark forces are at work here. You're right, Scion Conjurer. Alright. Gather everybody up, Scion Marauder. Forgot that I did not have access to an AoE ability yet. Oh, whatever. We'll see it through. This might just be a bit of a longer dungeon than I had intended. Alright, let's grab that tiny key. Hockey Manor, along with Death House, was one of the many pieces of reference I had when designing Diego Iromi's estate for our Athos game. Or, as my players tend to refer to it, that fucking trap house. Not nearly as many traps here, but just that kind of vibe. Opulence tinged by madness. Oh, hello. This wasn't useful there. I like that they've given dialogue to basically be like, hey, you should look around. You never know what's in where. Because this is something like a puzzle dungeon. Not like much of a puzzle, but it does require you to like go in a not completely linear path. abilities do I have right now? Just the one? Pretty sure it's impossible to break yourself, so... Glad we did that detour for a pot of fine wax. I don't know what we would have done without that one. There we go. Key in the corner. That's key in the spot. Light. Buff go down, my bad. Interesting use of provoke there. Mr. Scion Marauder, sir. Early dungeons like this are pretty simple outside of the boss fights, purely because you don't have that many abilities yet. Hello there, miss. Let's fight. Alright, so that is our first exposure to cleave mechanics, which is basically occasionally bosses will do like attacks that aren't like telegraphed or anything, they just like happen like that. And they will hit the tank, but also like an area around them. So if I was standing next to our tank, I would have gotten thwacked there. So it's a pretty common thing for the tanks to have to be pretty careful about which direction they're facing the boss. Otherwise he'll cleave through a good chunk of the party. Oh, they're hard-coded and to avoid it, not actually seeing it's there. Alright. I did. Shouldn't have gotten fancy. The getting fancy I refer to is you'll see that occasionally they'll do those big point-blank AoEs, and then instead of backing out like I normally do, Ny'ardbert will just kick them. That's because I have an ability that does a stun, and that stun can interrupt certain attacks. And if you interrupt them, they don't finish casting, so you don't have to worry about it. key. Alright, what's back here? Oh, it's the front door. Okay. It's a neat little way that it ties back together. But this key is more notable because it's a green key on an ivy door. Let's see if I can get the tank to do the skip here or not. Alright. Jump. No? Okay. Well. Oh, they did. They did jump. Alright, awesome. Basically, there's some enemies on the stairs. And so if you take the stairs, you have to fight all those enemies. But if you just jump... Alright, so we got 2 tiny keys, but not a red key. Or yellow key? What color are carnations? I misread Cellarage for a second there as Cellaraga, as if it was like the 3rd stage of Cellar spells. Cellar, Cellara, Cellaraga. Since this is Ny'ardbert's first time through, I'm going to make a point of exploring everything. Even though a lot of these rooms are not particularly noticeable. Hell yeah. Alright, there's 2 more tiny keys in here. Kind of sad the default hockey manor music doesn't come back while we're between fights, but... See, like that. I interrupted it so the attack didn't actually go off. But the AI of our friends here was to get out of the way, so they got out of the way, even though they didn't really still need to. First locked door. Alright. Treasure chest in the corner. There's a lit lantern on that table. Next locked door. You see a yellow key there. Yellow sounds like the color carnations probably are, maybe. An adventurer, not a botanist, man. Florist? Florist. Botanists probably know the properties and scientific name of carnations, but it's more on the florist to know what color they are. I wonder how long this lady was left alone for. Like, how much unattended access to people has she had? How many people has she murdered before that old dude was like, oh man, can't believe you showed up with a button. Time to, like, feel guilty about this now. Okay. Alright, dealer's choice. Which one are we fighting first, Mr. Marauder? Oh, it's tank's choice. That one. Alright. Same thing there. I interrupted it so I didn't have to move, but they did move anyway. It's mostly something that gets done as tanks, because like there's already one set in the face, but since I knew the AI was going to do it. Let's take a look through them now while I have to cool down up. flow of magic to return to the manor entrance. Probably. To the entrance. What did that key item say? The arcane text scrawled upon this page appears to have been written in blood. Could it be a clue to breaking the area's sealed barrier? And by clue, you mean literal actual key? Because the answer is... yes. I hope that's all that incantation did. Alright. Get him! Well, it drove her mad and turned her into a demon. But it did do the thing on the box. She's pretty. I'm going to take a quick look down here. What is over here? There's a locked door. Oh, that's a hidden little thing on the side. Sorry guys, I know there's like a boss right there. She had a dramatic entrance and everything, but like, what's behind that door though? We are adventurers after all. Opens door to boss, sees side path, closes door to boss. Have the spare key. What's behind this last locked door? More fights. Okay, cool. Ah! Anything other than that? Is this just an empty room? Wow, okay, that sucks. Oh no, there is a treasure coffer back there. Alright. In my Witchlight game, I was asked to define... Are you okay there, Mr. Puppy? You're having some interesting angles there. Oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that our Marauder butt over here has decided to help him get unstuck from the ground. What I was saying was in the Witchlight campaign, there was a portion where there was like a bunch of things that were described as being in coffers. And they asked for a description. I'm like, it's like a tiny treasure chest. It's like, what's that means? And like, I realized I don't actually know. I had to look it up. It's like, is that like what makes something a coffer and not a chest or anything else? Alright, Lady Amandine, I'm sorry for going over there to raid that other room. We're here to, I guess murder you. Yeah, put this wayward soul to rest. That's a much nicer way of saying it, Conjurer. Alright, let's make sure I'm not looking at it. Can we attack the enemy? Oh, damn, there it is, we're talking about. What happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, okay. Tried to bait you into looking. That's pretty cool. Little tank cluster indicator. Turn around. There we go. Don't get petrified. It's a good rule to live by. Getting close. I really do want to be able to use that LB2. It looks like we won't have to. Yeah. We did it! Thanks, fellow Scions. It's all in a good day's work. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Oh, there's two of you. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. I legitimately forgot you two existed. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. Fare ye well, bringer of light. Well, that was a lot. Okay, so let's head back to Gridania. Oh, nope, other way around. I will not be fooled by the map twice. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Well, check it. So there were these demons, and then there was another demon and the eye thing, and then your lady friend is a devil, or was a devil. She's dead now. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. I don't know if that's possible. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am in a better to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities, and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. So you can do that like later, because you did just sit right back down. So dutifully did I serve my lady in happier times, only to forsake her when she needed me most. My failures will forever haunt me, and yet with your brave deeds, mayhap my lady's tormented soul will find peace after so many years of woe. Okay, but like you were gonna turn yourself into the, you know, I'll just tell, hey, Severin, that guy over there was like accessory to a whole bunch of murders. Like, I don't think he's going anywhere, but like if he does, you should probably chase him. Alright? Alright, see you later. Alright, you know what? That is more or less the, like, breakpoint of a story arc. We'll move to the next one with our next major MSQ mission. But before then, before I return to the Waking Sand, I am going to do the class quests for Lancer. But that is in a different video. So for this one, let's go ahead and wrap up here. Ny'ardbert will return in Wrath of the Titan. I'm sure that's nothing. Anyway, adios.